Hopefully we're going to get a sweep. That didn't happen for them yesterday, but when you look at it, they've won their last 3 series, and that is something that Scott Service has talked about, win series. They have another opportunity here in Kansas City. It's a 4-game series this time. A little more difficult to do that, but it's right there in front of them.
7-2 on the road since the All-Star break. Some good numbers. Let's take a look at the wild card standings and what they look like. Mariners missed an opportunity to pick up some ground last night, but still right in it.
Well, and that's what makes this weekend so important. You see Kansas City ahead of them, a game and a half back, and I think they're right now for the Seattle Mariners. You'd like to see them take care of their business. At the very least, win this series. Win 3 out of 4 right here, and the biggest reason why, it's the last time you're going to see them. And as a player, I can tell you, you like to have things in your hand, and this is going to be it for them. This last 4 games against Kansas City, you'd like to see them play well.
Kansas City did a number on the Mariners back home in Seattle. Meanwhile, Kansas City lately has lost 3 in a row, 4 of 5 after winning 9 consecutive ball games.
Well, there's a couple things with them. If you look at the series against Baltimore where they were swept, they lost the 3 games. They're averaging 1 run a game. This is a very aggressive offensive club. So if you can pitch on the edges, you can get them out, and you can get them out quickly. And the other thing is we're so used to coming to Kansas City and knowing that they can shorten the game in 6 innings. That's not the case anymore. A number of the guys in the bullpen are gone. Holland isn't here anymore. Davis is gone. Herrera, who was pitching the 7th, is now their closer. His ERA at 4. Stay in it. Stay close. You can still go and score some runs late in ball games here.
It's an interesting situation, an opportunity here for the Mariners. 4 games here, then go on to Oakland. Beautiful sights here in Kansas City, Missouri. I know the crew is going to be chowing down on a lot of barbecue. They're going to get as much as they possibly can the next few days. Mike just gave me a little checkpoint on that one. The Mariners and the Royals going to open up a 4-game set. First pitch is straight ahead. We're in Kansas City, Missouri. Glorious day in that it's not triple-digit temperatures as they had about 10 days ago. It's gorgeous here as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball. Opener of a 4-game series against the Kansas City Royals. Take a look at our Lexus pitching matchup for tonight. Couple of veteran right-handers. Giovanni Gallardo against Trevor Cahill.
And with Gallardo going tonight, this will be his third start since coming back out of the bullpen. His previous 2 outings, one against the Yankees, one against the Mets, went very well for him. So he's throwing the ball much better. The big reason why is his fastball command. His fastball command has been excellent. He's been more aggressive early in the count to get ahead. And because of that, his secondary pitches, especially his slider and his curveball, have been very good. His last 2 starts, opponents hitting just 192 on his off-speed pitches, which is what he wants to do. When you look at Kansas City Royals, we just saw them. We know the type of club that they are. They do not strike out. They will not walk. They're ready to swing the time they leave the on-deck circle. So quality first pitch strikes will be a big key for Gallardo.
Trevor Cahill going to be starting his 2nd game with Kansas City. Mike, in his 1st game at Boston, he threw 90 pitches in just 4 innings.
He really struggled. A lot of full counts for him, pitching around the edges of the plate. The Mariners are certainly aware of that. Look for them to be patient with him early. He wants to keep the ball on the ground. He's one of the better ground ball pitchers when things are going well for him. He's going to use his fastball, obviously, but he also likes his changeup. They have to be aware of the changeup. His curveball is secondary pitch that he likes to use. Nobody has touched his curveball, especially left-handers, but overall, opponents hitting just 127 against the curve. Try to get after his fastball early in counts if you can.
Last time the Mariners saw Cahill was back in 2012. He was with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fellas, getting ready, pre-game warm-ups and whatnot. Going to see Gerard Dyson. He'll have a big ovation back here in Kansas City, his home for many years. Stick around. Major League Baseball coming your way, the Mariners and the Royals. First of 4 coming straight your way. From Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Welcome everybody to Mariner Baseball tonight. First of 4 with the Royals. Gerard Dyson making a homecoming. He'll get a big ovation coming up here in this ball game site where he had a lot of success. Trevor Cahill on the mound for Kansas City. Here's the batting order he'll face here tonight.
And the Mariners 5th in the American League in runs scored this year. And we'll start top of the lineup. Gamble and Segura, both of them 5th and 6th in the American League in batting average. So good to have them at the top of the lineup. Robinson Cano 5th in RBIs now with 74. And Nelson Cruz leads the American League in RBIs with 80. For Trevor Cahill, this will be his 2nd start for the Royals. Overall, though, 12 starts on the year, 4-3 record, a 4.15 ERA. We mentioned earlier, his first outing with the Royals did not go well against Boston. 4 innings, he had to throw 90 pitches. A lot of 3-2 counts for him. Hopefully the Mariners can take advantage of that. Look at the defense for the Royals, the best defensive team in the American League. And Melky Cabrera, this will be his 4th start since coming over from the White Sox. He will be in right field. The shortstop, Alcides Escobar, one of the best in the business. 8 errors on the year. Fantastic shortstop for the Royals. And Salvador Perez going to have to be careful to try to run on him. 4 Gold Gloves for the Royals catcher.
Here you go, Trevor Cahill. That's what he did in his last start, Mike. And as you mentioned, a lot of 3-2 counts.
Well, you can see a couple of walks, but again, hitters counts, 8 hits in 4 innings and 5 earned runs.
See what gives here. Ben Gamel to lead off. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Gamel looking to break an 0 for 11. Still among the leaders in the American League. 6 behind 5th place Gene Segura, 2-0.
You can see right away from that last look, he has a 2-seam fastball with a lot of run to it. He wants to keep the ball on the ground. Pretty good sinking fastball. His off-speed pitches have been terrific as far as keeping me on the ground. Ground ball percentage for them, both of them over 60% on his slider and his curveball. That is fouled away. I think the Mariners will try to get in some hitters counts, take advantage of that fastball. His average fastball this year is at 91 miles an hour, so not overpowering at all.
Cahill against the Mariners in 12 previous starts, 5-4 with a 3.54 ERA. 4 and a strike. 2-2. Home plate umpire tonight, Larry Vanover. Chad Fairchild at first, David Rackley at second, and Les Diaz is that 3rd. And snared there by Cahill. Underhand flip, one away. Check out these first pitch temperatures. Tell you what, if you had Kansas City in a pool being at the high end, you lose. 78, that's unbelievable. Mariners back home back in Seattle at 90, 102 in Portland, Walla Walla 97, Bedford, Oregon at 108.
Find some shade.
Yeah, really. Whitefish, Montana, entrance to Glacier National Park at 86. Remarkable. They actually have a pleasant breeze coming in from left field. Here's Segura fouling one off.
Look at the Mariners lately. Again, we've talked about it. They've won their last 3 series in large part because the offense has been scoring a lot of runs. Struggled a little bit yesterday in Arlington. Ended up scoring just 1 run. I had them 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, so hopefully that'll turn around tonight, get back on track.
That followed the night before a gaudy 7 for 13.
That's more like it. Big series for the Mariners when you look at the wild card there. 1.5 back behind the Royals. 4-game series here as Perez has, I guess, some issue with his mask maybe. So it's a big series for the Mariners. The last time they will see Kansas City.
Look at a bird in front of Cahill. Right in front of him. Between home plate. Hit to Hosmer. He'll take it himself. 2 down. I saw a clip recently. I think it was a major league game where a bird flew right across. I mean, it wasn't like when Randy Johnson.
No, it was within the last couple of days.
Right.
I'm thinking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. One of the Seagulls, when
That's
he
what
was
it was.
throwing a pitch.
It was in Oakland.
I think it was Oakland. Fortunately, everybody was fine, including the bird.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was. It was Chris Davis. And Chris Davis fouled the ball off down the right field line. Yeah.
That's right. Well, Robbie has been hot. He's been driving in a lot of runs as of late. Good time for him. Best hitter going in the right direction. In this ballpark tonight, there's a breeze, and it is blowing out to right. Ball will carry to right field.
And add to that, Robbie 7 for 14 with a home run against Cahill. Surprised to see Cahill with the number 34. It was once worn by Paul Splittorff, the late Paul Splittorff, the Royals' all-time winningest pitcher with 166 victories. Used to see Paul when he was working in the booth. That one's sent to center field. Keane going back, and he makes a catch. Like that line drive had a little extra life on it too. Nothing across for the Mariners. Royals coming to bat. Giovanni Gallardo ready for his 5th game, 4th start against the Kansas City Royals. A lifetime record of 1-1, a 3.79 ERA. Here's a look at the lineup he'll face tonight.
The Royals have struggled to score runs this year. They are 12th in the American League in runs scored, but they have some speed, and it starts at the top of the lineup. Merrifield and Kane, both of them with 17 stolen bases apiece. Eric Hosmer, he will hit cleanup 3rd in the American League with a 322 batting average. And Mike Moustakas, be careful with him, 6th in the batting order, today 3rd in the American League with 30 home runs. For Gallardo, he has 16 starts on the year, a 5-7 record, a 5.34 ERA, 97 2/3 innings, 72 strikeouts. Again, he's pitched really well in his last 2 starts since coming back out of the bullpen. Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. Gerard Dyson back in Kansas City leads the major leagues with 10 outfield assists. Gene Segura at shortstop, he will be busy in this series. Again, Kansas City very aggressive at the plate, and Mike Zunino will do the catching.
Here we go. Gallardo against Whit Merrifield. Ball 1. '21st game, 17th start for Gallardo. Kansas City coming in struggling, and Mariners trying to jump on that. Baltimore swept them. How about that? 2-1, 7-2, and 6-0. Both the Mariners and the Royals got in about 2 o'clock last night. Here's Gamble right on the spot, 1 away.
For Giovanni on the year, his fastball on average is 92. He will hit 94, maybe even 95 at times today. Slider, curveball, changeup. Since going back into the rotation, his changeup and his curveball have been very good pitches for him over the last 2 outings. Opponents hitting just 167 against the changeup, 167 against the curveball.
Lorenzo Cain, he went 0 for 3 against Baltimore last night. Keep him off the base path, 17 out of 18 this season. Down low.
Pretty good pitch at the bottom of the strike zone.
Seems to be a trend we're seeing. A lot of guys are not calling low-end strikes.
Larry Vanover, the home plate umpire, he's the crew chief, veteran umpire, been around for a while. He likes to call the high strike, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for Giovanni on the mound, because when he gets ahead, you'll see the fastball at the top of the strike zone at times. And I think in his last couple of outings, especially in his last outing, he was really good about the high fastball coming back with his changeup, and it's the reason why people have had issues with his changeup lately. It's been a nice combination for him.
Good month of July for Gallardo. 2-0 record, a 2.37 ERA, 5 games, 2 of them starts. Segura cutting it off. 2 down.
We talked about it with Gene Segura. He is going to be busy over the next 4 days throughout the weekend. Kansas City aggressive, put the ball in play quite a bit. They don't strike out much. They don't walk. So he's going to be busy out at shortstop.
Here is Melky Cabrera, home debut, second tour of duty with Kansas City. We just saw him with the White Sox a few weekends ago. He was here in KC back in 2011, hit .305, 44 doubles. He had 18 homers and 87 runs batted in. This is impressive here. Mariner pitching. No free passes, although 6 home runs been allowed. It is a fly ball staff, the starters.
Well, and that's why it's so important to stay away from the walks. Walks and errors, want to stay away from them. Snap has been able to do that.
One to Cabrera.
Cabrera having a good year. Comes into the game hitting .292, 13 home runs for him. He's a switch hitter. His career numbers against Gallardo, a .455 average, 5 for 11. There's the high fastball we were talking about. You will see that quite a bit this evening, especially when he's working ahead, which will be a big key.
Melky's been with the Yankees, Atlanta, Kansas City, the Giants, Toronto, White Sox, and now Kansas City again. 13th season. Big leagues, a .286 career hitter. And Cano go way back. That will stay fair. And it hits Cabrera. And he's aboard. Thought for sure that thing was going to roll foul.
I think it would have, but Gallardo had a chance to get the out. I don't blame him for picking it up, but then he ends up with a bad angle. He goes across the line, and Danny was more inside, and he goes to the outside part of it, nowhere to throw it as he hits him in the back.
Be a base hit.
Yeah, infield hit.
Rusty Kuntz on the right, first base coach. Mike Jorshali is the coach at third for Kansas City. There's Eric Hosmer.
Scott Service out, talking with Larry Vanover, making sure that Cabrera was in the baseline, that he was fine, and it appears that he is. Scott goes back to the dugout. Quick conversation.
The Milkman is at first and brings up Eric Hosmer, third leading hitter in the league. .322. Altuve at .361 leads. Astros second baseman Jose Ramirez from the Tribe, .323, and Hosmer at .322.
One of the things we saw in Seattle is he was hitting the ball with authority the other way. Mariners were trying to pitch him away, and he was going that way. They have the shift on as far as the infield defense, straight up in the outfield.
Worked inside, ball 1. July 3-4-5. Not a lot of laughs for the Mariners against these Kansas City Royals. A 3-1 loss, a 7-3 defeat, and a 9-6 decision. They're not up there ready to have their picture taken. They don't walk much at all. They're up there swinging.
Yep, they're going to be aggressive, and right away a change. Those first 2 pitches, fastballs, are in on Hosmer.
Seager resets. Give him the whole left side now. Pulls it right to Valencia. That worked out well. Nothing doing for Kansas City in the first inning. A harmless infield hit. Second inning coming up. first of 4 with the Royals, and following next weekend's Edgar Martinez number retirement, no other Mariner can wear number 11, but you know what? You can. Join us for Edgar Martinez replica jersey day on Sunday, August 13th. It's free to the first 45,000 fans, courtesy of Alaska Airlines. Tickets at mariners.com. Go get them. Here we go, second inning. Cruz, Seager, and Valencia 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Ellie looking to extend his hitting streak to 5 ball games. American League leader in RBIs with 80. Four for 23 against Cahill. Pulls this one down to Moustakas. One away. You'll hear a lot of that over the next 4 days. The move. Big favorite here.
We talked about Cahill and trying to keep the ball on the ground. He's recorded 4 outs, 3 of them on the ground. 1 fly ball, and that was Cano. He lined out to center field. Although he had a tough first outing with the Royals, a little bit better here in the early going for him.
Got Kyle Seager to deal with now. Cahill, 29 years old, out of Oceanside, California. Kyle Seager looking for his 3rd hit on the trip. He's 2 for 13.
Kyle, a couple of doubles away from 30. When that happens, he will have recorded 5 straight seasons with at least 30 doubles. Quickly behind Hero, too.
Second baseman Merrifield, you can see him out in short right field. Breeze blowing in from, let's say, more pole to pole, left field to right field. Blowing in there for a while. Time called by Seager. Ball 1. Don't forget the flash sale coming up tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in honor of James Paxton winning that Pitcher of the Month award. You got tickets. You heard right here. $6 tickets, folks. Get on them. Great deal that is. A tribute to the Big Maple. 2-2 here to Kyle Seager.
What a month he had.
Oh, 6-0.
6-0.
Sub 2 ERA. Seager down the line, deep. Melky looking out of here. Kyle Seager with a home run. Number 15. RBI number 56, and the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. His 2nd career home run off of Cahill.
It's important the guys in the middle of the lineup to swing it. Mariners have won their last 3 series in large part. Nelson Cruz likes it. There you go. Robinson Cano. It's those guys in the middle driving in all the runs. And for Kyle, take a look at it. Started it in, probably off the plate, trying to run it back to the inside corner, but he puts a good swing on it. We saw a swing like that, similar to that in Chicago, where it was in probably off the plate. But Kyle, much better swing going for him these days, able to keep it fair, did not pull it foul. They mentioned his 15th home run on the year.
Well, you're right. Almost a carbon copy of the swing in Chicago. It's after he had hooked one foul.
Right.
Danny Valencia. Got a 3-game hitting streak working.
I think too, when you look at this series, it's important for the Mariners. Again, they're 2/3 of the way through it. Game 109 or 110 today, so they're about a third of their games left. But this is the last 4 games they're going to have with Kansas City, a team in front of them for the wild card. So you'd really like to see them play well. It's nice to see them an early lead.
Yankees holding the number 1 wild card, Kansas City number 2, and then Tampa Bay half game out. The Mariners a game and a half out.
The Mariners will see Tampa Bay at the end of the month.
And they got the Yankees at the end of the month as well. All within their reach. What do you want to, Danny? And he takes ball 4, and here comes Gerard Dyson, and take a listen. his walk-up song from his days here, and the ovation.
Number 1, Gerard Dyson.
If I know Dyson, he's telling Sal, love you, bro, but if I get on, I'm going.
I'm going to run.
That's what happened last time.
Nice ovation for him. Very nice ovation.
Outstanding. Boy, he had a big part of the championship team a couple of years ago. Stock is creeping in at third. First pitch, ball 1. Dyson's fired up. We landed in Kansas City. It's on the intercom. Players bus and the intercom. I guess the Wi-Fi was really working because we could hear him slap down the line. Foul. Oh, nice play.
Pretty casual about it.
Well done. But Dice was fired up, man. Coming back to this town. That was great.
It was great.
Got on the intercom and let his feelings known. Get this stuff, fellas.
Wanted to win some ball games over this weekend.
Bouncing ball gets through. Base hit. Welcome back to Kansas City, Gerard Dyson.
Nice ovation, and then picks up a base hit. Hole on the right side of the infield. He finds a little two-hopper. Good idea by Danny Valencia not to try to go first to third. We've talked a lot about Dyson. Leads Major League Baseball with 10 outfield assists. Cabrera has 9 in right. You have to be careful trying to run on him.
Core group. Dyson catching up with Hosmer, and a lot of these guys come up through the system.
Mariners have a hot hitter walking to the plate. Guillermo Heredia, 277, 6 home runs overall, but take a look at his last 7 games, hitting .391 with 3 doubles and a home run. He's driven in 6.
First time facing Cahill. To the first pitch strike. Road record since the All-Star break. The Mariners right there. Diaz has saved all 7 victories. He was the reliever of the month of July. One pitch here to Guillermo. Oh, nice scoop by Sal. He's got Valencia dead to rights. Got him in a rundown, and now Dyson trying to get the second. He will. That was some pick by Sal Perez.
And I think most of the time when you're on base, especially at second base, you anticipate the ball in the dirt, and when you do, you want to get a good jump, and he gets a good jump. Unfortunately, an unbelievable play by Perez. Again, he has 4 gold gloves coming in. He's one of the best in the business, and I can't think of too many catchers that are going to make a backhanded grab
clean like that. Jeez. 2, 4, 5, 6 on the scoring.
Now, the only good news is Dyson was able to move up and get himself into scoring position at second base. But what a play.
You see a ball skip like that. I can understand how he got caught on that.
Yeah, you're anticipating maybe knocking it down at the most, but certainly not catching it clean like that.
No. And from what we've seen over the years from Sal, it's Thursday. He just made another play.
Yeah, exactly. Again, 4 gold gloves for him. He's been the best in the American League. He can really throw, too.
Throw from his knees, too, if he has to. And got to watch the back picks at first base. The runner goes. And a swing and a miss by Heredia. Highlight of the inning, the Kyle Seager solo home run. puts the Mariners in front 1-0 for Kyle home run number 15. A good start to this segment of this road trip. Game 1 in Kansas City. The Mariners, who have a 1-0 lead here in Kansas City, first of 4. Fine weather here at Kauffman Stadium.
Felix will get the start on Saturday night. Be a good matchup, him and Danny Duffy going Saturday night.
Here's Salvador Perez, the catcher. Sal looks at ball 1. It's 1 for 5 against Gallardo. Heck of a year, 283, 21 homers and 65 runs batted in.
22 home runs, a career high for him, so 1 short of that.
He's a guy, when you watch him, you know he enjoys what he's doing. Big part of the championship team a couple of years ago. Back-to-back appearances in the World Series. Madison Bumgarner essentially beat him in 14. He came back and beat the Mets in 15. Gallardo gave up an infield hit. First inning, that's it. Easy play for Guillermo. Ready to make the play. In honor of James Paxton winning the AL Pitcher of the Month award, we're offering a $6 ticket special to next Thursday's game against the Angels. The $6 select view level tickets, they're only on sale tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at mariners.com. Mike Moustakas, 30 home runs. Team leader in homers and runs batted in. Going back is Seager. As we were saying, these guys don't wait around. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs brings up Brendan Moss. Moss many a year with the Oakland Athletics. Dead pull hitter.
He was getting some time in right field with Bonifacio, but now that Cabrera is here, looks like he'll DH for the most part.
Here's Cano throwing him out, and a breeze for Gallardo in the second. 1-0 Mariners. Time now for today's T-Mobile Unlimited Baseball Break. Category American League RBI leaders. Nelson Cruz. How about Jonathan Scope? What a year he's having for the Orioles.
Good second baseman.
Yes, indeed. Big man can really play it, too, like Bobby Grich. Aaron Judge getting tonight off. Been slumping. Robbie Cano right there. So is Justin Smoke, who's got 30-plus home runs. There you have it, the leaders. Smoke with 31 home runs. Second, Aaron Judge is 34. Here's Mike Zunino, followed by Ben Gamble and Gene Segura. Tough month of July for Mike. He had a .188 after hitting .304 in June. 10 homers, 31 RBIs in June, 5 home runs, 8 RBIs in July. Whoa. Caught a break there, 2-1. Two and two to Mike.
Couple of fastballs on the inner half of the plate for Mike. When we were in Texas, I was standing by the cage and Mike was hitting, having an impressive batting practice, but there were a couple of pitches that were thrown in, and Edgar was talking to him as he goes through that breaking ball, and he wanted him to not try to force the ball back up the middle so much, but to turn on the pitch inside, and it looked like he was trying to do that here in this first at bat. And a couple of two-seamers, and then he's going to come right back and see the bottom fall out. That was a changeup. Pretty good one. Second time through the lineup, Ben Gamble rounded out back to the pitcher his first time up.
I was over at the Negro League Museum and Hall of Fame, and we showed that piece during the pregame show about the House of David. Ben Gamble's the guy I had in mind. Need to fit right in with the House of David. Beard and the long hair.
What a year he is having.
Two and one to Ben. Tap back to Cahill his first time. One hopper to Moustakas. Takes time. throws him out.
For the Mariners in the last inning, they have the shift on, but a little bit of a change. And I didn't notice it until the play moved forward and I saw who actually ended up fielding the ball. But normally you would have Robbie out on the right field grass, but it's Segura. And Cano playing more towards the middle comes in and makes the play at the end of the inning. So a little bit of a change in the shift. We'll see if they continue to do that throughout the game. It's the first time I've seen that from the Mariners. Making an adjustment with their defense.
Save Segura's legs a little bit, right?
Well, it just depends on what they're looking for, really. If you think about it, probably a little bit easier for Robbie because when he's playing so deep, so many times we've seen him, he's had to charge to get to the ball quickly because it'll be much longer throw. Arm is not a problem for him, absolutely not. But maybe it's going to take a little bit of the pressure off of his legs because now you have Segura over that will do most of that because Robbie was able to stay on the dirt. Be interesting to see if they continue to do it, and if they are going to do that, I have to have a conversation with Tim Bogar. Does an excellent job with the defense and setting guys up and moving them around, and Manny Acta in the infield, excellent work.
Stock is to his left, bobbles, E5, man aboard with 2 outs. Seventh error for Moustakas.
Never really had the handle on it. Kind of just rolled right up his glove off the heel.
2 outs, a door opener for the Mariners.
And Cano hit the ball hard his first time up. It was a line drive to the center fielder Kane.
Ball 1. Cahill pitching to Robinson Cano. It hit that liner pretty hard. Caught by Kane. Running towards right center field. Segura might have got stuck there.
A little bit slipped, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, returning to first base.
You mentioned it with Robbie on that line drive, and you even said at the time a little extra carry on it.
Yeah.
He really was able to backspin the ball.
Kane was there, and all of a sudden he had to do a little extendo. Trevor Cahill came over to Kansas City on July 24th from San Diego. Ryan Buchter and Brandon Maurer, the one-time Mariner. 3 minor leaguers went the other way. Segura takes off, pitch south, throws down, and not in time for Segura's 14th stolen base.
Yeah, pretty good jump. Accelerates into the bag. Does a nice job of hanging on to it. You can see he has that mid on, but able to keep his hand on the back corner of the base as he accelerates into his slide. Talked about Perez in the Gold Gloves. The Mariners are 6th in the American League in stolen bases. It's a big part of their game and their offense. They're not going to slow down because Perez is behind the plate.
David Rackley gave it a good, the second base umpire gave it a good hard look to make sure that old easy bake oven pad stayed on. There he goes. He's going to go for 3 and off of Sal's glove. Another stolen base for Segura.
Legs feel good.
Good sign.
And a good count for Robbie. 3-0 count. He has the green light to swing.
15 stolen bases for Segura. And a 4-pitch walk sets up nicely for Nelson Cruz.
Nelson leads the league in RBIs, so another good opportunity for the Mariners.
Second walk issued by Cahill.
So leads the club in home runs with 22.
Swung at the first pitch, grounded out to Moustakas What do you think his approach is going to be now after that at bat and seeing all the other fellas?
Well, for him to do that, he had a real good idea of what he was going to get, and I think he ended up getting the pitch he wanted where he wanted it. He just missed it. So I think he'll probably try to figure something else out. Right now, it looks like KO wants to throw a lot of fastball. He has a good sinker tonight. We've talked about all the ground balls, so he's going to look for something up probably that he can get into the outfield.
4 for 24 against Cahill.
And there it was, a good fastball, top of the strike zone. He just missed it.
He'd have it pretty well timed. Off the end of the bat, tough break. Underhand flip. That'll do it for the Mariners. No runs, no hits, and there are 2 left. We go to the home third. Mariners up 1-0. It's being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more in car insurance. And by International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 191, investing in our future. Sunset here in Kansas City, Missouri. 1-0 on a Kyle Seager home run, second inning. Giovanni Gallardo just 7 pitches getting through the second inning. Here's third inning action. Alcides Escobar, 230, 3 home runs and 37 runs batted in. They can pick it at shortstop. Foul ball.
For Gallardo, 24 pitches, 16 strikes. A good sign for him. Typically when he's aggressive early in counts, things go well for him. That's been the case in his last 2 outings. Giving up just 1 hit so far on this one.
Mariners a game over 500. Kansas City 4 games beyond 500. And again, thank goodness for the second wild card. Yankees holding first wild card spot starting today. Kansas City the second, Tampa Bay. And the Mariners can feel their breath from the back of the Yankees and the Royals.
The Mariners recap. Kyle Seager with a solo home run, his 5th home run on the year. Rod Dyson, nice ovation for him, and then he ended up picking up a base hit his first time up.
Look out. Yankees in the 6th. Sonny Gray making his debut against Corey Kluber. Cleveland leads it 2-0. Tampa Bay playing at Houston, tied at 1, bottom of the 2nd in Houston. Two and two here to Escobar. Gallardo. Nice run here. Taken out of the rotation, put in the bullpen. 3 really good performances out of the pen, and he's shown well.
Good try. Good fastball at 93. Had him set up for the outside corner. And just missed it. Pretty good pitch. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat.
2 to Escobar. On the ground to Cano. 1 away. Time now for a CenturyLink What's Next. Game 2, 3-game set. We're going to see the Big Maple himself, James Paxton, pitcher of the month in the month of July, going 6-0, going against one-time Chicago Cub Jason Hamill.
I bet I had 4 or 5 different people today walking around the ballpark telling me they were looking forward to watching James do his thing tomorrow. Really been throwing the ball well.
Ace material, no doubt about that. Here's Alex Gordon.
Hitting 9th, tough year for him. Hitting just .202 on the year.
July was his best month, hitting .232 with 2 homers and 14 runs batted in. But you're right, struggled pretty much out of the gate. And not hitting well here at home. A .196. Not that his road record is a rage. He's at .208 away from here. What's the word? Why is he having so much problems? Because he's a guy, a perennial Gold Glover, and he's a guy that's going to hit for decent average.
Yeah, they're all trying to figure that out. They would have thought at some point that things would turn around. You mentioned last month for him a little bit better, but not much. And I think typically when you have a veteran guy, he knows the mechanics of his swing. He's probably just missing too many pitches in the middle of the plate, and then they go to work on you, and you just can't afford to do that at this level. Some of it probably confidence too. You can see month of May, just a 164 average. That's a pretty big hole to try to dig yourself out of.
One and two. We're told that his defense in left field hasn't been adversely affected.
No, still Gold Glove caliber defender in the outfield.
2-2 pitch.
Gallardo really doing a nice job moving the ball around, not just on the inside corner, the outside corner, but elevating his fastball, trying to get the breaking ball down. Another reason why it's been so much better since he's gone back in the rotation, especially his curveball and his changeup.
Talk about getting out of the gate slowly. 1-3 with a 5.08 ERA for Gallardo. Another easy play for Cano. Then he went in the month of May 1-2 with a 6.49, June 1-2 with a 6.75, but July 2-0, 2.37, 5 games, 2 of them starts. Doing some nice work here.
Well, he's recorded 8 outs, 5 of them on the ground, which is good to see, including the last 3, all of them ground balls to Cano. You're in pretty good shape if you're having guys hit ground balls to him.
Got that right. 6 consecutive hitters retired since the infield hit to Melky Cabrera in the first inning, and that only went about 45 feet if it went that far. Top of the order, here's Merrifield again.
Another quality first pitch strike with a breaking ball in the outside corner. Talked about Kansas City being really aggressive, and they are. One of the ways you can control that is quality pitches early.
1-1.
He's got another good fastball tonight. He's 92 to 94.
See the breeze here. Merrifield's shirt billowing it. 1-1. Going. On 2 strikes. Good, steady veterans. Had a good career. Giovanni Gallardo out of Mexico. Grew up in Fort Worth, Texas.
I think really, if you look at him in his career, it's kind of remarkable. At one point, he was #1 pitcher for the Brewers. He's pitched in some difficult ballparks for his home ballpark, Milwaukee being one, Camden Yards another, Arlington, Texas, hitters ballparks. He knows what he's doing out there. It's just a matter if he can command it. And like I've said, his last 2 outings have been good. Today he's been excellent.
8 years in Milwaukee, 25 games over 500. 89 and 64 with a 3.69. Then he goes.
That works.
Yeah.
And again, that's a hitter's ballpark.
Yeah. Texas, he went 13 and 11, 6 and 8 in Baltimore. Get to and get beyond 500 here with the Mariners. It's his 11th year in the big leagues. Three-two pitch. He had a couple years where, I mean, he was a true definition of a workhorse. 50 years ago, 200 innings, you know, that was guys when having a 4-man rotation, they'd have that probably a little bit after Memorial Day. But in his day and age, he went 207 innings in 2011, went 17 and 10, 204 innings in 2012, went 16 and 9. It's the 8th pitch right here. Merrifield. Not going to bloop enough. Nope. Ben Gamble. You had a great line before the game. If it stays in the park, it's a good chance it's going to get caught. And that was a prime example as Ben Gamble covered some ground. Fans here ran into some Mariner fans from Puyallup at the Negro League Museum and Hall of Fame earlier today. They're at the ballpark. Real excited to be here. Here's Kyle Seager. He's responsible for the only run here tonight. Second inning home run. His 15th, his 56th run batted in. Pulled there.
Kyle had a look on his face as if he wasn't sure what that was.
The old euchre line. How do you catch a knuckleball? Get it when it stops rolling after it bounces off the screen. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hung up for him, and Gordon. What a wind knocked that thing down. He had to come in a bit. One away. Here in the Mariners' top of the fourth, five-time Silver Slugger Edgar Martinez was known for his bat, and perhaps the most famous one being his light bat. So on Friday, August 11th, the Mariners Hall of Famer is going to be featured on a bobblehead holding a light bat, which actually illuminates. It's free to the first 45,000 fans, thanks to Root Sports. Tickets at Mariners.com. I like it when you see spots like that, the first 45,000 fans. That is just telling you that the demand is going to be huge for one of the most popular athletes in the history of the city.
It'll be a great weekend. It's going to be a great weekend across the board.
Saw him this morning. Excited for it. Yeah, I'm getting a little fired up. There was there's Danny Valencia swinging a miss. Mariners social media folks posted a soundbite with David Cohn. They probably got it last week. It might be a few years old, but talked about the double he hit off of Kamenecki in the playoffs and how he kept it fair and the whole thing. And I told Edgar some in the gym today, and he said, yeah, you know, Manny showed that to me last night. It was fun seeing that. I said, yeah, it really was. David Cohn gave him, you know, just major props.
Not too many fastballs so far to Danny. A couple of change-ups, breaking ball away. Similar to his first at bat when he walked. There's another breaking ball, curveball in there.
Danny walked first time up, and then moved to second on a Dyson base hit to right. Pitch in the dirt to Heredian, was scooped up by nice backhand by Sal Perez. And he got Danny in a rundown, and he was retired. Dyson was able to move up, couldn't score it. Two and two.
Another changeup.
One out, nobody on here in the fourth. 3-2 to Danny. It's a long way down the line. It is gone. A home run for Danny Valencia. Going the other way, squeezed it just inside the foul pole, and the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. For Danny, home run number 12, RBI number 54. Look at stunned disbelief from Trevor Cahill. How did that get out? Good for him, good for the Mariners.
Like a fastball away. The only fastball he saw ran back to about middle away. We'll take a look at it. Almost looks as if it hit the pole, but they're going to take a look.
First base umpire Chad Fairchild, Larry Vanover, crew chief, home plate umpire.
Ned Yost came out of the dugout and asked for him to take a look at it. And looks like they're going to. It's really difficult to tell, but it looked as if it was fair.
Hit the pole. It's a home run.
You bet it is.
I understand Ned checking. I get that. Take a look. Watch near the black stripe. Bottom portion of the pole. Thing is behind it. That's a home run. That's a home run. Come on.
Hard to tell. Good news is it was called a home run. I haven't seen anything to change that, have you?
No.
No.
There we go. Larry looked like he was done. If it stands, the Mariners have a 2-0 lead.
Well, what he was doing is he was watching the big screen here where they were showing it, and it's the first time I didn't really get any reaction at all by the fans. And you can see the first base umpire down there having a look at it.
He got a great look.
Chad Fairchild.
He did his job. He got down the line, a little hustle. Take a long look at it back in New York City. Off the top of my head, I'd say that's Danny's first home run in that direction this year, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, I don't remember one going right down the line like that one. That's for sure. Maybe one to right center.
Taking a good hard look at it.
Cahill hasn't thrown too many warm-up pitches in between.
And the red hat, he's saying home run.
Yep, he is. And he's standing there with his Mariner fan. There it is.
There
All
you
right.
go, that a baby. Give that Mariner fan a little some props.
Ned Yost not happy about it.
And they're trying to get thrown out now.
Yeah, there it is.
Adios.
Not sure what he's arguing because the call is made on the field. You ask them to take a look at it. They take a look at it, and New York decides. At that point, it's out of Larry's hands.
Sure is.
As Diaz now is on the third base side of things in there for the conversation.
It looked like he said play this game on a protest.
Well, that's his right.
There's Don Wakamatsu, former Mariner manager. Third ejection of Ned Yost's career number of the season, 42nd of his career. Third this season, 42nd career. 252 on the time of review.
Well, they looked at every angle they possibly could.
Dyson slaps one 2 for 2 tonight. He's happy to be back in Kansas City. And now
I'll say 2 pitches.
I'm gonna say I hear you, but I'll go one. Because
right away.
take the ultimate challenge, his boy Sal.
Solid line drive base hit, his second hit of the ball game.
But I hear where you come from. I'm gonna go one. He and Salad boys, they compete like crazy. And he would love nothing better. Whether gets first, second, or third. Guillermo sends one to right field. Melky Cabrera settles under it.
And that will bring up Mike Zunino.
If you had to fix, what would it be from what you've seen right now? At the last, he's been struggling. He's won for his last 7 on the road here.
I think the biggest thing for Mike is when you get into these struggles and everybody goes through them is having a thing or two. And this is something we talked about last time. He had the big month and there were some adjustments that he could make. But I think typically when you're going through a period where you're struggling a little bit, you have to pick something to be right on. And I would try to be right on the fastball. Don't miss the heater when you get a chance. There's a fastball probably up out of the strike zone. He didn't like the call. I don't blame him. But you have to eliminate things and make it as simple as you possibly can. And that's not just for Mike. That's for everybody up here. Because sometimes it can be overwhelming and you have to decide on something.
He's going to go. I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
Because I can tell you, watching Mike in his batting practice, his approach and everything else has stayed the same. So if you're in between, a little bit late on the fastball out in front of the breaking ball, it makes it difficult. But I for him right now, I wouldn't change anything. More of probably a thought process and how he feels. Again, watching Edgar talk to him the other day around the cage, he was talking more on the inner half of the plate. We saw that a little bit in his first at bat, but Cahill's different too because he has such a good two-seamer. He can run it in there. That was a good changeup.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think Mike will be fine. I think he'll get it going again, and hopefully he gets on a run of a week, 10 days where he's hitting the ball out of the ballpark on a regular rate.
Especially this month.
Would help, that's for sure. He can do a lot of damage at the bottom of the order. We saw what happened in the month of June. It was a huge lift for the club.
Couple home runs for the Mariners tonight. Seager in the second, Valencia here in the fourth, 2-0. Runner goes. Sal's throw, no chance. Dyson with his 25th stolen base.
Third stolen base tonight. Segura with a couple of them, and now Dyson
ties Cameron Maybin for the league lead.
Really good jump, and then he accelerates through the base on his dive. You see that all the time. He almost picks up speed going into that dive. 25 stolen bases this year. Picked up his 200th on this road trip in Texas.
2-2 pitch with 2 outs, runner at second. Swing and a miss. Mike in a real funk right now. Home run by Valencia. A single by Dyson. A runner stranded. But Danny got a pitch away and drove it just inside the pole for a home run and a 2-0 Mariner lead. About 17 days has extended the Mariner lead to 2-0. Take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Mattress Firm. 3-city tour this time around. We go 2-1. The Mariners go 2-1 in Texas, 4 here in KC, day off in San Francisco, 2 with the A's, and then home, our only homestand of the month We're taking off for Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New York, and Baltimore to finish out the month of August. Today's game number 110 for the Mariners. Game over 500. Right now, good start for Giovanni Gallardo. 3 innings, 44 pitches, giving up no runs on 1 hit. Got Lorenzo Cain, Melky Cabrera, and Eric Hosmer. 2, 3, 4 in the order.
Really wanted that first pitch. Looked like a cut fastball in the outside corner. Didn't get the call.
Back up the middle. Solid knock there for Cain. First base hit to leave the infield.
Yeah, and after missing it, comes right back with a fastball in the middle of the plate.
Cain's dangerous on the base path, 17 out of 18. Melky Cabrera got the first hit, a little dribbler up the first base line. Maybe 30 feet, 40 feet. Gallardo fielded, had a bad throwing angle. And it hit Cabrera in the back. Base hit ends a run of 7 consecutive hitters retired by Gallardo. Melky to right field. Pretty much right at Ben Gamel. There's a scoring summary down below. Sigurd Valencia leaving the ballpark. The Mariners gives them 124 home runs on the season. They started the night 11th in the American League. Here's Hosmer. Grounded out the first. Didn't get the high strike.
Larry's been calling the high strike tonight, but didn't get that one. It's been the low strike that's been a problem trying to get it called. Cain with 17 stolen bases on the year.
Good to keep tabs on him. Merrifield, the other big stolen base guy in the ball club, he too has 17. Runner goes.
Great jump.
Good dig by Segura. Stolen base for Cain is 18th.
Tremendous jump. Not much of an opportunity for Mike. Rushed the throw a little bit, didn't quite square up his shoulders. That's the reason why it sailed on him. As you mentioned, good deke by Segura out at second base, and Dyson paying attention in center field.
Two 2-0 to Hosmer, number 3 hitter in the American League. Popped up. Seager taking control. So 2 outs here in the 4th inning. The Orchid card. It's all you need to ride the Sounder train. Link light rail, buses, ferries, and streetcars. Learn more at getorcasmart.com. Well, anytime you can get out of popping up Hosmer for second out, that is really big. Now you're going to deal with Perez. 3-0 pitch. He flied out to left. Strike 1.
That was a good breaking ball at the top of the strike zone, able to get the call this time.
Waiting for it. Strategically placed. Throws out Sal, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We've played 4. Mariners lead at 2-0. Good game by Gallardo. Channel Mariners Baseball and Root Sports being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at Safeco.com. Do more. By CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. And by Clearwater Resort. So many reasons to come out and play. Beautiful ballpark, Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Good crowd on hand this Thursday night. Mariners in Kansas City, very much in wild card contention. Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Home runs by Seager and Valencia. Top of the order, 3rd time through now against Trevor Cahill. Here's Ben Gamel. 0 for his last 2 and a slump 0 for 13 now.
Good setup for the Mariners to try to add on a couple of solo home runs. They had too many on the bases today. They're 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position, but back to the top lineup, 3rd time through. Should have a pretty good plan on Cahill. They want to do.
Gamble to be followed by Segura and Cano.
Well, the Royals, they've been a streaky team. It's been the case for them really over the last 4 or 5 years, even though they've had a lot of winning seasons, done a lot in the postseason. This year they've won 9 in a row. They've lost 9 in a row.
Got off to a brutal start. Ben, line drive, snared by Merrifield, 1 out.
And that's just some bad luck right there.
Don't forget the flash sale. You're not going to beat this anywhere in the country at any level in any manner of entertainment. $6 tickets to a Major League Baseball game, everybody, in honor of James Paxton, July Pitcher of the Month in the American League. $6 view level tickets August 10th against the Angels. If you're doing yourself a favor, come on out. $6. Big Maple with Ariana Miranda. There's fly ball left center field. Hanging up Kane as Gordon gave ground, 2 outs. Well, this honor is well earned in dominating fashion. Mike, a 1.37 ERA. Look at it, Ks and walks.
Yeah, 46 strikeouts to just 6 walks. Opponents hitting 182 against him. Just dominated the entire month. It's tough to get 6 starts in a month, but to go out and win every one of them.
Be that
1.37, yeah, 1.37 ERA. It's tough to be any better than that. Terrific.
Danny Espinosa on the left, Ariel Miranda on the right.
We talked about it with James too. A lot of them, they needed him to go out and pitch well and win ball games so they could stay in this thing, and he's been able to do it.
Riding that big left arm. Cano a line out the center and a walk. Bounces this one foul. Hosmer making a little kids night with souvenir baseball. Ed Yost, the manager of the Royals, tossed out of the ball game, disputing a 2-minute 32-second review of what became officially a Danny Valencia home run in the fourth. With 7 hits, one of them a home run against Cahill. A lot of foul balls.
Mike Minor, a left-hander, getting loose in the pen for the Royals. Pitched well. Has a 2.44 ERA.
Pitch to Robbie, center field, and played on a hop by Kane, base hit with 2 outs here in the 5th. I am intrigued by this at bat for Mr. Cruz here. He's had some pitches that he'd be the first to tell you he should have hit. Squibbed one off the end of the bat his last time up. As you mentioned, first time up he had a real good idea, just missed the pitch, grounding out to third. His 3rd time up here tonight. Comebacker to Cahill in the 3rd inning. Cahill ready. Cano at first. I don't think Kane's getting that one. Gets down for a base hit. Robbie to third.
Well, Nelson has been aggressive tonight, and it pays off for him that time on a breaking ball. By a little inside-out swing. Wakamatsu out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change, go to the left-hander. It will be Mike Minor.
Don Wakamatsu, former Mariner manager. 2-0 lead for Seattle. Take a break. 5th inning action. See if the Mariners can come up with some more 2-out hits here in the 5th. Add on to this 2-0 lead. Our Columbia Bank difference of the game. Take it back to the 2nd inning. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch to Kyle Seager. Got it.
Right on the inside corner. Turns on it, keeps it fair. And an early lead for the Mariners for Kyle, his 15th home run on the year.
Danny Valencia has also homered, his 12th.
Mike Minor, the left-hander, going to take over for Kansas City.
And some good news for folks in the wild card chase. Corey Kluber, 11 strikeouts, complete game 3 hitter, beats the Yankees 5-1. Sonny Gray in his Yankee debut, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs in 6 innings, but Cleveland beats the Yankees. An opportunity for the Mariners to pick up some ground here.
43 appearances for Minor. Again, 2.44 ERA, 57 strikeouts and 51 2/3. Good fastball at 94 miles an hour. Cutter curve changeup for him. The first pitch fastball at 95. Off the plate away, but was able to get the call.
Runners at the corners here for the Mariners with 2 down. Robbie Cano. Nelson Cruz on the base paths. Kane will back up. Makes the play, and that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. 2-0 Mariners. Showing his colors here tonight. 2-0 Mariners. Time for our Geico This Date in MLB history. Take you back to '92. Edgar Martinez named the American League Player of the Month of July. 25 games. He only hit .388, 3 homers and 12 ribbies. Also took over the batting average lead and would become the first Mariner to lead a Triple Crown category at the end of the season. Gallardo has been impressive. He's got Moustakas, Brendan Moss, and Alcides Escobar.
We talked about how good his secondary pitches have been since going back into the rotation his previous 2 outings, and that has been the case again today. Set up by his fastball. Last pitch, a cutter in on his hands, gets him to pull it foul. But he's also worked ahead. Quality strikes early in counts. Kansas City's aggressive. Been able to take advantage of that. Some good pitches.
No runs on 2 hits, no strikeouts, no walks. 2-1.
There you see it. Just 2 hits. Staying away from the walks.
That was one of your keys to the game. Give these guys opportunities. 8th in home runs. 2-1.
That's one of the things there. 9th in hitting, 12th in runs scored. So you don't want to help them out if you can stay away from that. You see the Mariners pitching in the last 3 games. No walks, 19 strikeouts, and no walks. And they've given up a few home runs, but solo home runs are okay.
3-1 to Mustagas.
And there's the first walk on the changeup.
Brings up Brandon Moss. Moss grounded out to Cano his first time over the years. Moss, 254 hitter, 14 homers, 34 runs batted in against Mariner pitching. Be careful. That is in foul territory. That would have really been a no man's land dump shot. That'd been fair. That would have been a lot of trouble.
That was a good pitch. It was on the inside corner, elevated, able to jam him. He is a low ball hitter.
One here to Moss. On one pitch. That's what you didn't want to see. That low pitch driven out of here. 2-run shot. Got a new ball game at 2-2. Brandon Moss, 13th home run. RBIs 26 and 27. Seen that home run before from Moss. 15th home run against Mariner pitching. Gallardo giving up his 15th long ball.
And after a couple of fastballs at the top of the strike zone, 1 strike, 1 ball, he comes back with his curveball and leaves it right in the middle of the plate.
Here's Escobar. Strike 1. Escobar grounded out to Cano. Gave it a ride, did Moss, 427 feet. Ground ball, Seager. First out. I've done a lot of early work with Tim Bogart.
Including today. They were out early. Mariners did not hit on the field today. Ended up getting in late last night. We're too sure about the weather, possible thunderstorm, so they decided to hit in the cages instead.
There's Alex Gordon. Ground out to Cano as well. Two ball game. It's all about the home runs tonight. 2-run shot by Moss. Mariners with 2 solo blasts. On 1 pitch here to Gordon.
Gallardo's still in great shape with his pitch count. 67 pitches working here in the 5th inning. Nobody getting loose in the pen, in either pen.
Brandon Moss feeling pretty good about himself right now. 3-1 to the struggling Alex Gordon. Hitting at 202. Seager backing up to a shortstop position here in the shift against Gordon. And rips this one foul. 3-2. Fouled off. Fourth home run given up by Gallardo in his last 6 games. He gave up 3 to the Yankees back home in Seattle on 23rd of July.
All solo home runs in that outing. Then a long at bat for Gordon. This will be the 8th pitch in this at bat. That last pitch, good fastball at the top of the strike zone.
Hopefully he can get these next 2 outs and the boys back swinging the bats. Some more runs here. 3-2.
And Segura.
Like that change. That's new tonight. 5 more and save with a group outing at Safeco Field. Whether you're organizing a school family night, fundraising for a nonprofit organization, or planning a party, you're going to receive discounted tickets for groups of 20 or more. Details at mariners.com/groups.
Whit Merrifield's going to jump in the batter's box for the Royals. Leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. A couple flyouts to right.
First pitch strike. To try to finish off the 5th inning here. Swing and miss. 0-2. Trying to set a 2-0 lead, and that's changed here on the Brandon Moss 2-run shot. Did he go? He did, and he knew it. So 2-run shot by Moss changes the complexion of this game right now. It's tied at 2. Danny Valencia. You're going to see him when we come back. He'll be leading off. Here's a note for you. Wearing a seatbelt is your best defense in any crash. Please always buckle up. Help us reach Target Zero. Learn more at WADriveToZero.com. Good to have you with us. First of 4 here in Kansas City. And on to Oakland. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here. Danny Valencia going to lead it off. Homered last time up.
Getting to that point in the game where you'd like to see the Mariners get the lead again. The bullpen has been outstanding for Seattle. You look at the last couple of months, last 64 games, a 2.74 ERA for the bullpen. That is the best in Major League Baseball.
Danny with a 337-foot home run down the right field line. Kept it fair by, like it smooched off the foul pole out there. Valencia, Dyson, and Heredia.
Mike Minor on the mound, left-hander, finished up the last inning. Fastball at 94. Cutter curve changeup to go with it. There it is, right field foul pole.
It hit right from our vantage point, right behind the black line, right above the black line. Heat him up, 2-2. Mike Minor, another product of Vanderbilt University's fine baseball program. 29 years old, born in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Braves seventh pick in the first round back in 09 out of Vandy. And he goes the other way again, base hit. He's going to dig for 2, and he's going to get it. Melky Cabrera, a little slow on the draw there, but and he had the big stop sign from Manny Acta. Leadoff double. You can see Danny using the whole field.
He's used right field tonight. Home run off of the right field foul pole. Now a double down into the right field corner. Fastball top of the strike zone, able to get on top of it and drive it into the corner. We'll bring up Gerard Dyson. Dyson having a good night. He's 2 for 2. That's a stolen base.
Just joining us, had, as you would expect, a big ovation. Tipped his helmet. Big crowd here at Kauffman Stadium. Big part of the 14 of 15 American League Championship teams. They're expecting a bunt. He gives it to him. Play it first. Well done by Gerard Dyson. Sacrifice. 1-3. Very nice. Dyson, team leader. That's his third bunt. Third sacrifice bunt.
That'll bring up Heredia. 0 for 2, a strikeout, flew out to right field. Infield is in. Outfielders are shallow.
He almost got 6 home runs. Ball 1. Long look at Manny down at third. Way outside. He's in charge right now. Heredia with Valencia at third. A little late, 2-1.
Had a good pitch to hit in the middle of the plate. A changeup.
Minor signed as a free agent last February with the Royals after a stint in Atlanta. Two and 2 to Guillermo. Minor coming over last February. He's got Guillermo Heredia 2-2. Do it again.
And not too many fastballs. Staying with his cutter, curveball.
Five years in Atlanta for Minor, 38 and 36. Started 110 games. Out of the pen here for Kansas City. Foul off, and they got a piece of Sal. Larry Vanover going to buy him a few extra seconds. Pro move. Not only do you want some baseballs, you go get them.
Well, Moustakas out at the mound too. Yeah.
So everybody saw that he got dinged. Blas Diaz in a conversation with Danny Valencia.
I would think if you took a poll over on that team in their clubhouse, he's probably their most important player.
That's fair. Already for the lead right here, 2-2. And he gets it done. Base hit. Guillermo Heredia on a 2-2 pitch puts the Mariners back in front. It's 3-2 Seattle. RBI for Guillermo, his 20th of the season. Nice work. Heredia playing in his 81st game.
Second time Danny Valencia has scored tonight. And Heredia gets the Mariners' first hit with a runner in scoring position. They are now 1 for 5 tonight. But a good at bat, battling his way through it, infield in, takes advantage of that. Probably jammed him a little bit, but that's okay. He wanted the ball to travel. Let's see if Mike can get into one.
Double a sacrifice and an RBI single. 3-2 Mariners. Tough night for Mike so far. Two strikeouts. Caught in between there. Got a piece of it.
Well, it was a cutter in off the plate. Already has really good speed, but he doesn't steal much. Mike can hit a ball in the gap, though. In good shape. He'll score easily, especially as shallow as the outfielders are playing.
Got to be aware with Perez behind the plate.
I think a lot of times with Perez throwing down the first, he doesn't expect to throw the runner out. He just wants him to stay a little bit closer and not get too big a secondary lead.
Oh, Guillermo's last stolen base against the Angels on May 2nd. Pitch was right down the middle. A hard time. On 2 strikes. Mariners looking for their first win against Kansas City this season. Lost 3-1, 7-3, and 9-6 back home in Seattle. July 3, 4, and 5. Out of line foul. Last year in a 4-game set here. July 7, 8, 9, and 10. These two teams split a series. Trying to move Heredia along here. 2-2 pitch.
Well, Minor so far just staying with the cut fastball to Mike. Two of men on his hands. One he left in the middle of the plate. Mike missed it.
Two pitch to Zunino. Got a piece of that. Breeze still fairly significant here. Kauffman Stadium, blowing from left to right. Infield straight up, double play depth. 2-2 here to Mike. Wow, man, that really got Salvi.
That's a pretty good fastball at 95 miles an hour, fouled straight back, and he is feeling that one.
Eighth pitch coming up. Got him on the shoulder here.
Yeah, 95 miles an hour, straight back off the shoulder.
Three and two to Mike Zunino. One out, a run in, a runner on. Minor. Pitch to Zunino. Off the fist, popped it up. Escobar for the out. Let's check out our Big Fish Casino. Big catch.
Ben Gamble out in right field. This running catch straight in. Merrifield hit it out to right field and catches it about a foot from hitting the ground.
And here is Mr. Gamble, who is 0 for 3 tonight. 0 for his last 14. He's due to bust out. He recently had a 16-game hitting streak. Ended a few days ago. Broken bat, ground ball to Escobar. Goes across. That'll do it. RBI by Heredia puts the Mariners back on top. It's 3-2 Seattle. Sports being brought to you by Jack in the Box. Come try the sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger combo for $4.99, limited time only. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. Good luck at Kauffman Stadium, longtime home of the Royals. Mariners just regained the lead at 3-2. Guillermo Heredia single to center. Gallardo to face 2, 3, 4 in the order. Kane, Cabrera, and Hosmer. Kane tonight, 1 for 2 with a stolen base.
And Giovanni has really thrown the ball well tonight, giving up just the 2 runs through 5 innings. 77 pitches, 47 strikes for him. Nobody getting loose in the bullpen.
Royals got on the board last inning in the 5th. A 3-1 walk to Moustakas on a 1-1 pitch. Moss, 2-run homer to right. Down low, and Dave Valley Jones is from the studio back in Seattle. And Val, good to have you with us. What have you seen from your catcher's perspective, Giovanni Gallardo?
Val, when you watch Gallardo, and we talked about him going to the bullpen for a period of time, what can that do for you? Because he has pitched well since he's been back in the rotation.
Val, thanks so much, man. Look forward to catching you on the post-game show. Mariners post-game presented by Alaska Airlines after this contest. 6th inning action, a man on via walk. Second walk issued by Gallardo. Here's Melky Cabrera. Infield base hit and a fly out to right.
Have to keep an eye on Kane. 17 stolen bases on the year.
Got one on the 4th, too. He's up to 18, so you're right. He's got blazing speed.
Mel Stottlemyre, when he went out to the mound, he got Mark Zepchenski up quickly in the bullpen, so he's getting loose, left-hander for the Mariners.
Hosmer's on deck. Zepchenski. Pitched in Tuesday night's game, went 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout.
He is just not going to give that low strike. You can tell Mike Zunino wasn't happy about it either.
Mariners would love to turn a double play right here. 2-0 to Melky. Gallardo hopefully can maintain his cool here. Runner goes, pitch. Throw high, late. Another stolen base for Kane. 2 tonight gives him 19.
And both times he's been able to get a pretty good jump. See if he can make a quality pitch right here. Cabrera looking to pull the ball. Nobody out.
3-1 pitch. Walked it, back-to-back walks. Thread's starting to get a little loose here. Third walk. Last 7 hitters.
Scott Service on his way out of the dugout.
Gallardo gets into the 6th, walks the first 2 men after getting the lead back at 3-2. Tough hitter, left-handed slugger. Eric Hosmer, one of the top hitters in the league, coming in, and now they're going to bring in Mark Zepchinski. That's how he leaves with a couple of men aboard in the 6th.
And for Gallardo, 5 innings, just 3 hits. A couple of runs they were earned, but the 3 walks that caught up to him. He had walked a batter in the 5th inning, then the home run. It was a 2-run home run with the walk, and then starts off here in the 6th with a couple of walks. 84 pitches overall for him. Just the 1 strikeout.
It's a little bit chapped. That was our 76 driving spirit. Now our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen brings us Mark Zepchinski.
And for Mark, 41 appearances on the year, a 3.43 ERA, 18 strikeouts in 21 innings. Opponents hitting .221 against him. Good sinking fastball at 92 miles an hour. Slider changeup to go with it. We'll face Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 3rd in the American League in hitting. Start up today.
Hosmer 2 for 13 against Zepchinski. Big swing. One here to Hosmer with 2 on. Nobody out.
And quickly ahead. Good fastball in on his hands, and it comes right back with a slider.
Hosmer tonight ground out the 1st and popped to 3rd. Three runs on 8 hits, no errors. 7 left by the Mariners. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left by Kansas City. 0-2 to Hosmer. Bouncing ball. Here's Cano. Tag, throw, double play. Danny with the tag. Got him. Nice play. Good awareness right there by Valencia.
That's just a great play all the way around. Robbie making the right choice to go for the tag. Easier double play, but the throw a little bit wide. Clearly tags him on the hip. And more importantly, able to hang on to the baseball. Sometimes when you reach back like that with a runner going full speed, it'll knock the ball out. But a good play by Danny. Nice adjustment.
Good presence of mind. 2 outs, runner at 3rd.
We'll see how Scott wants to play. You have the left-handed hitting Moustakas on deck. He's going to pitch to Perez.
Perez 0 for 4 against Zepchinski. First pitch outside.
Pagan getting loose in the bullpen for the Mariners.
And Moustakas is 6 for 12 against Zepchinski. He wants this out badly. Two and 0.
He doesn't have to give in to him. First base is open. Make a quality pitch right here. Mike set up on the outside corner. And now they'll just put him on. Moylan getting loose. Peter Moylan.
Moustakas 6 for 12 against Zepchinski. He's at the plate now. Runners at first and third. 3 walks, 1 intentional issued by the Mariners here in the 6th.
Kansas City 0 for 3 so far with runners in scoring position.
Moustakas popped the 3rd walk and scored in the 5th. Ball 1. To think back in April, May, they were talking about breaking this team up. General manager Dayton Moore staying with this crew that has been so good, developing in the KC system. Up the middle, base hit, run scores, tied ball game. Moose continues to wreak havoc on Zepchinski's now 7 for 13 against them.
It's on a fastball. They want to go inside. It's out over the plate. It is down. He wanted to get the ground ball, and he was able to do that. Unfortunately, it finds a hole.
Tied again. It's 3-3. Here's Brandon Moss. Steps off. Moss 0 for 2 against the Zepper. Ball 1. Three walks this inning. 1 is scored, 1 eliminated, 1 at second. Dano got some of that.
I'm not sure. Moss thought that he had a piece of Mike, but he actually hit the ball a second time when it was falling through and hit it over towards the Mariners dugout. We'll take a look, see if we can see if he hits him or not.
Around, coming around.
Yeah, he hit that. He hit the ball, and he thought that was Mike.
1-1 to count. Got Segura on the infield. Cano out short right field here for Moss. 1-1 pitch. 2 out, 2 on. Ball and 2 strikes. Second time the Royals have tied it up here tonight. 1-2 pitch.
Nice play by Mike. Ball well out in front of home plate.
Rockies have lost tonight. There's good news for both of these teams. Come down final 2 months of this season, trying to get into the playoffs. 2-2 pitch. Chop foul.
For the Mariners in the top of the 7th, it'll be Segura, Cano, and Cruz. So the right part of the lineup coming up for them, trying to get that run right back. Scott Service watches Zepchinski get out of this inning. 13 pitches, 7 strikes.
And in another team that Mariners are concerned with, Tampa Bay, losing 3-2 at Houston, top of the 7th. Big out here for Zepchinski to get on a 2-2. Full count. Both runners will be moving, Perez and Moustakas. Royals with 3 runs tonight. Lost 3 games at Baltimore, scoring a total of 3 runs. 3 consecutive losses, 4 of the last 5, and that follows a 9-game win streak. Big pitch, 3-2, runners go. Pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out, needed it, and he got it. Keep it a tie ball game right here. The RBI by Moustakas knocks things up. When we come back, Segura, Cano, and Cruz. Ball game here in Kansas City, first of 4. Mike Minor continues on a relief as starter. Trevor Cahill. Strike 1 to Gene Segura, leading off in the 7th. Gene 0 for 3 tonight. Ground out to Hosmer at first, reached on a Moustakas error, stole 2 bases, and he's also fly to center. He's got 2 bags tonight. Dyson's got 1. Kane has stolen 2 for Kansas City.
We talked about it with Minor when he came into the game. He's pitched well, a 2.44 ERA for him, but this is not the same bullpen that we're used to seeing with Kansas City. Holland is no longer here. Davis is gone. Herrera is their closer, who normally would be pitching in the 7th inning, and he has a 4 ERA. So there's an opportunity for the Mariners to try to come back and get in this game, get a lead, win it. Mariners bullpen has been terrific.
Chance to pick up ground. Mariners win, they pick up ground on the Yankees, Kansas City, and possibly Tampa Bay, which is losing at Houston.
A real opportunity for him tonight.
We're 0 for 3. 1 for 10 on the homestand. On the road trip, beg your pardon. 2-2 pitch here. Did go. They check with Chad Fairchild. Strikeout for Minor, his first.
Able to get him on an elevated fastball up out of the strike zone. Segura not able to check his swing.
One out brings up Robbie Cano. Single to center. Last time up, he's lined out to center and walked. Base hit extended his hitting streak to 5 ball games. It's hanging up near a long time. Melky Cabrera. No, it's going to be Kane. 2 down. Saturday, August 12th. Edgar Martinez is number 11. He's going to be retired by the Mariners in a special pregame ceremony. It starts at 5:30. Thanks to Alaska Airlines, the first 45,000 fans are going to take home their very own replica of the retired number plaque. It's going to hang in center field. So go to Mariners.com for tickets. You want to be there to see it. Pitching change. Don Wakamoto in for Ned Yost, who was tossed out of the ballgame back in the 4th inning. Making a pitching change, Peter Moylan will take over. Coming up tomorrow. Look forward to joining you. CenturyLink bringing you what's next, and we get to see the Big Maple. James Paxton, pitcher of the month of July in the American League, goes against Jason Hamill. 6-0, a 1.37 ERA for Big Pax in July. Spectacular.
Peter Moylan going to take over 51 appearances on the year, a 4.19 ERA. Opponents hitting just 204. He's only given up 2 home runs this year.
First pitch to Nelson Cruz. Hit the other way, and that's going to get down. Nelly going to get to second with a 2-out double. Second hit tonight for the big man. That's his 19th double of the season.
Being aggressive, first pitch fastball. Sidearm fastball with some run to it. Actually on the inside corner, inside out swing, just a little bit late on it, but he'll take it. Don Wakamoto looks like he's going to make another pitching change.
Wow, one pitch. Bringing a lefty to face Kyle Seager. And Buchter is going to come in, recently acquired from San Diego. ball game. MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Mariners baseball. You can stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Mariners home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, StatCast, news, and more. So download MLB.com at bat today. Recently acquired Ryan Buckner is going to take over. He came over with Cale and Maurer from San Diego. He's going to face Kyle Seager.
45 appearances on the year, a 2.88 ERA, 48 strikeouts, over 20 walks. He can get wild. Opponent's hitting 190 off him, but he's given up 7 home runs. Good fastball at 93 miles an hour, slider, cutter, curve to go with it.
Cruz at second, 2 outs. First pitch, Merrifield throws out Seager. That'll do it. So Moylan threw 1 pitch, gave up a double. Buckner throws 1 pitch, gets an out. Score remains tied at 3. Play downtown Kansas City. Calling to Kansas City. For 18th and Vine earlier today at the Negro League Museum and Hall of Fame. Got the Jazz Museum right there. When you come to Kansas City, come here for a ball game, you got to take that in during the afternoon, right before you have lunch. And we'll have more from our visit there. We'll have it on tomorrow, and a lot of fun things coming your way. Here's Emilio Pagan.
10 appearances on the year, a 2.25 ERA. He's really pitched well for the Mariners. 26 strikeouts over just 6 walks. 26 strikeouts in 24 innings. Opponents hitting 163. His fastball 93 to 96 miles an hour. Slider, changeup to go with it.
'26-year-old Emilio Pagan. Belmont Abbey College in Belmont, North Carolina. He grew up in Simpsonville, South Carolina.
8-9-1 for Kansas City. Escobar leading off.
Testimonial to the faith that Scott Service and coaching staff has in Pagan, bringing him in. 3-3 ball game late in the game. Here we are in the 7th inning. He's earned it.
Of an important series, and he has. You're right. He's really pitched well. He throws strikes, and again, pretty good stuff too. Surprise you with his fastball at times. Will pitch at the top of the zone with his fastball and a good slider.
2 ground outs for Escobar tonight. Mariners straight up in the infield. And right through the middle. Base hit. Talking about the importance of this game. Yankees have lost. Tampa Bay was losing. And the Orioles have managed to wiggle their way back in thanks to sweeping Kansas City Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week.
Let's see how big this series is. The Mariners just a game and a half back of Kansas City. 4 games over the course of this weekend.
And the Mariners, after playing Kansas City, Yankees still to come, got to play the Rays and got to play the Orioles twice. 2 series with them. Tampa Bay just took a 5-3 lead in the 7th at Houston. In addition to watching Mariner baseball, it's all about scoreboard watching. Sacrifice bunt, 1 3, laid down by Alex Gordon. Good bunt.
Back to the top of the lineup with Merrifield. With his 0 for 3, a couple flyouts and a strikeout swinging.
Don't forget, you got your flash sale. Might be the first time and maybe the last time in a long time you're going to get a $6 ticket to a Major League Baseball game. Jump on it, folks. It's available 9 to 5 p. tomorrow Pacific time. Go to Mariners.com. Get on board. Big Maple will be pitching against the Angels on the 10th of the month. Merrifield. Go ahead run at second. Pagan trying to get Merrifield. Coming off a 1 for 4 RBI performance yesterday in the 6-0 loss at Baltimore. Escobar's got pretty good speed. He's out at second. Chopper to third. Seager, bare hand throw. Oh, Frank Love of Danny Valencia couldn't hold on. Everybody's safe. Runners at the corner.
So it'll be an infield hit. Swinging bunt. Kyle playing back. Makes a great play on the bare hand. Looks like that throw would have beat him. Take another look at it. Barehanded play by Kyle back across his body.
They call it error 3.
E3.
Error 3.
Okay.
Runners at the corners now with 1 out.
Both teams so far tonight 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
And here's Kane. 1 for 2, a walk, a run scored, 2 stolen bases. Infield about halfway. Love to get a double play. Pagan deals inside ball 1.
There is speed all over the place. Escobar runs well. Merrifield at first runs well, and Kane can fly. Tough situation.
Mariners trying to get their first win against Kansas City this year. Swept July 3-4-5 back in Seattle. Long hold by Pagan.
Joaquin Soria getting loose in the pen for Kansas City. Veteran right-hander.
1-0 pitch. Pulled down, foul. Emilio Pagan trying to get out of some trouble here. Sticking. Big spot here with the count at 1-1. Bender for a strike.
Yeah, good slider. Middle of the infield back now, so they're definitely going to try to get the double play in this situation. Kyle Seager's backed up too.
Renzo Kane, MVP of the 2014 ALCS. 1-2 pitch, throw for first. Love to see him dial up a double play here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. drive, right field, sinking, dropping, scoring is Escobar for a 4-3 Kansas City lead. RBI Kane, his 34th, his second hit tonight.
Fastball 94 on the outside corner. He's able to get it on the corner off the end of the bat. Soft line drive that falls right in front of Gamble.
And that'll bring up Melky Cabrera.
Nobody getting loose in the Mariner pen, so it'll be up to Pagan to get out of this inning.
Melky a switch hitter.
Royals are now 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
Just over from the Chicago White Sox. Cabrera. And a double play would be tasty here for the Mariners. They could use it. Melky tonight in infield hit the first hit of the ball game, and it's the only hit until Kane got a 4th inning single to center. Since then, Melky slid to right and walked. Deal one. Kansas City now 4 runs, 6 hits, an error. Left 4 on base. The Mariners 3 runs, 9 hits, an error. They've left 8. On 1. Good pitch. Ball and 2 strikes.
Cabrera, a switch hitter, outfield playing him straight up. Same on the infield.
Melky out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. 32 years old now. 13th year in the big leagues. Finds a hole the other way. Charging Heredia. Got the good arm. Got a chance. Here, oh, it's cut off, and they're going to get Kane between second and third. They'll run him back. Robbie tags him out. So an RBI single for Melky Cabrera. Scores Merrifield. 5-3 lead.
And we'll take a look at it. Slaps it the other way. Not a bad pitch at all. It's down away from him. Merrifield, we talked about it earlier. He and Kane at the top of the line. Both of them can run. Kane decided to keep running because he wanted Kyle to cut it off. Mariners able to get the out right there. Merrifield, I think, would have been safe either way. So good play by Kyle to cut it off and take the out.
2-run advantage now brings up Eric Hosmer. Ball 1. Bahaz tonight 0 for 3. Ran out the first, popped the third, hit into a double play. RBI for Cabrera, his 57th. Way outside. Couple of runs here for the Royals in the 7th. Two-0. Worked inside and missed 3-0.
Perez waiting on deck. Still nobody getting loose in the Mariner bullpen. Pagan now 16 pitches, 10 strikes.
6 men he's facing here in the 7th inning. High fly ball left field, Heredia. And moved a little bit. Couple of runs on the board in the 7th inning by the Kansas City Royals to take a 5-3 lead. Kansas City, Missouri, 5-3 Royals. Are you the ultimate Northwest fan in the state of Washington? Well, then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of August. Send in a photo and a story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle for the Mariners Ultimate Weekend event. It's coming up in September. Personalized jersey and more. Work to do now against Joaquin Soria. Let's see.
Danny having a good night. Couple of hits for him, a home run, a double. He scored twice. For Soria, 48 appearances, a 3.35 ERA. He's pitched well out of the bullpen. 55 strikeouts over 14 walks. Giving up just 1 home run. Good fastball at 93 miles an hour. Split slider.
Off the end of the bat. 1 down. Soria, 33 years old, out of Monclova, Mexico. 10th year in the big leagues and 2nd tour of duty with the Royals. He was with them 07 through 11. Made the All-Star team twice. Had some arm problems. Missed the 12 season. Since then, we've seen him in Texas and Detroit and Pittsburgh, and got back to Kansas City last year. Here's Dyson.
He was a really good closer for him before he hurt his arm. That throw, a really good cutter. Doesn't use it as much anymore. There's fastball at 93 again. Fastball split slider.
How about this 4-year run? 42 saves, 30, 43, and 28. Years 08 through 11.
Dyson having a good night. 2 for 2. A couple of base hits and a sacrifice bunt. He felt like that last pitch was off the plate away, and I would agree.
Stock is in at third. Breaking ball misses. Soria, 4th man out of the pen here tonight. Minor, Moylan, and Buckner preceded him. The starter was Trevor Cahill. Two and two. Long time ago, starters were in here. Gallardo went 5 innings, a 3-hit, 3-run ball, 3 walks, and strikeout, gave up a home run. Cahill went 4 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, earned 2 walks, 3 Ks. As Dyson goes down swinging, 2 down.
And down out of the strike zone. That is the split.
Here's Heredia. RBI single to center. Back in the 6th. Give the Mariners a 3-2 lead. Ball 1. 1 for 3 night for Guillermo. A strikeout and a fly to right. Fly ball, right field. Melky coming on. Wow, what an effort. What an effort. He was shading that way and then made a terrain that tips his cap to the crowd. Oh, brother. A 1-2-3-8. But he was shading that way, had a great line on it, and knew exactly what he wanted to do. Use that padding to his advantage. Records the out, and the Mariners are done in the 8th. In the 9th, 5-3 Royals. Here's a question for you. Want to win tickets to Edgar Martinez bobblehead night? Well, text Edgar to 71532 and you can win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box plus your very own Edgar Martinez bobblehead. That's going to be a good one because that lamp's going to light up. Elio Pagan stays on. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits in the 7th. He's got Sal Perez leading off. Inside to the Royals catcher, who's over 2 with an intentional walk.
And Kelvin Herrera getting loose out in the pen for the Royals. He's their closer now. At one point, he used to pitch the 7th inning here, but some changes. Again, Holland is gone, Davis gone, so Herrera now the closer.
Slider for strike, 1-1. Mariners in the 9th inning will have Zunino, Gamble, and Segura coming up. High fly ball staying in the yard. One out. Heredia with the catch that'll bring up Mike Moustakas. RBI single in the 6th. Tied the score at 3-3. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI.
Hitting a ground ball right back up the middle. Take a look at the shift again. That is Cano playing towards the middle of the diamond. It's Segura out on the grass.
It's new today. Seager taking a look, and he's got plenty of room. Two outs. Gonna bring up Brendan Moss. Big two-run homer in the fifth. That tied the score at 2-2. Mariners had taken a lead on a Seager home run in the second. Valencia home run in the fourth, 2-0. Then bottom five, Moss, the two-run homer. In the sixth, an RBI by Heredia put the Mariners back on top 3-2. Bottom six, Moustakas tied it with a single. And here's another rocket off the bat of Brendan Moss. Goodbye. So Moss with 2 home runs tonight. That gives him 16 career home runs against the Mariners. 6-3 Kansas City lead.
Yeah, most of them when he was with the A's, and he's really a streaky hitter. And unfortunately for the Mariners, he decided to get hot tonight. A couple of home runs for him. First home run on a curveball, looked like a fastball that was up and in the middle of the plate. We'll take a look at it. Set up inside, didn't get it there, and he barrels it up. Line drive this time.
Well, we've seen some all or nothing guys lately. Gallo and now this guy, and we've seen Moss over the years. Big swing and a miss by Escobar. Base hit and a run scored back in the seventh. He's 1 for 3. Oh, and 2. Two home runs by Brendan Moss tonight. 3 runs batted in. Career multi-home run game for Brendan Moss. All 2 strikes. Line drive right at Guillermo. And here we go, 9th inning, last licks for the Mariners, down 3. They need to crank it up. Buddy, bring a maple tree tomorrow.
I bet we'll see something along those lines.
You fans, if you have relatives who are watching the game, they're in here for the series against Kansas City, go out and FedEx them a maple tree for
maybe
James
your friends
Paxton.
from Puyallup that you saw today.
Exactly right. Here's Kelvin Herrera.
Wow. Power arm, 45 appearances, 23 saves on the year, ERA just over 4, 42 strikeouts in 42 innings.
Leonis Martin pinch hitting for Mike Zunino.
Fastball, slider, changeup for him, and his fastball will be 98 miles an hour on average. Sometimes he'll touch 100.
Martin swung the bat really well since returning here. AAA. There's a strike, 1-1. Martin 1 for 3 against Herrera. Martin followed by Gemmel and Segura. Leonis went 0 for 4 in last night's game. Fouled it off. Second game against Texas, 2 for 5. Knocked in 2 runs. They went 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in the opener at Texas on Monday. Home run back in Seattle. First game back. 1-2.
Most of the time when you're facing a closer, he's trying to save a 3-run lead. He'll be very aggressive with his fastball. So as a hitter, unfortunately, you're going to have to take a strike, but realize that you're going to get some heaters to hit.
Fouled it into Perez's glove, 1 away.
And this is the fastball, probably up out of the strike zone. Borderline at the top.
Herrera 5'10", 200 pounds. Out of Tenares in the Dominican Republic, 27 years old. 7th year in the big leagues, an all-star in 15 and 16. Strike 1 to Ben Gamble, 0 for 4 tonight. Kansas City scored in each of the last 4 innings. 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Ben's behind here.
Herrera, 7 pitches, 6 fastballs from him so far.
.23 saves this year, 12 last year in 72 games. Ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Mariner runs tonight: a Seager home run, a Valencia home run, and a Heredia RBI single. Out hit Kansas City by 1, 9-8, but Royals lead it 6-3. Dart over to Hosmer for out number 2. I'll leave it up to Gene Segura as a crowd of 29,228 rises to its feet. Segura tonight 0 for 4. He reached on an error by Moustakas in the 3rd inning. Stole 2nd, stole 3rd. Pitch, ball 1. (1-0) to Segura. 2-0.
Again, just pumping fastballs in there consistently at 98 miles an hour. 12 pitches, 6 strikes.
2-0 to Gene. Up high with the fastball, 3-0.
Cano waiting on deck.
Real pitch. 4-pitch walk. Take it.
And the goal right now is to try to get Nelson Cruz to the plate. There's down 3 runs, so they need another base runner. See if Robbie can get aboard. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times tonight.
Sure has. Cano 1 for 5 against Herrera, and if you're looking ahead, Cruz 0 for 6 against him. Garrett takes off. Second base on indifference. Strike 1 to Robbie.
As you would expect, taking all the way. So you have the tying run at the plate. You're going to see hitters take pitches, and that's the way you should do it. If Robbie can reach, I wouldn't expect Nelson Cruz to take anything. If he wants to hit, you have to let him go.
Nelly hoping to get a shot. There we go, 0-1 to Cano. Second pass at it. 0-2. Orioles trying to end a 3-game losing streak. They've lost 4 or 5 after a 9-game win streak. Pick up a game on the Yankees, who lost. They got dominated by Corey Kluber and the Indians tonight in New York. Cano 0-2. Pitch. Ball 1.
Pretty good take. 92 off speed pitch, just off the outside corner.
Ball 2 strikes to Cano. Pitch. Hit the other way. Oh, just off the gloves. Here comes Segura. He's going to score. Looked like Moose was going to put that one away, and there's still life. A 6-4 ball game. Base hit Cano, and here comes the big man, the boomstick himself, Nelson Cruz.
Jams him a little bit. Soft line drive going the other way with it, just fighting it off, and has just enough elevation to where it goes off the top of the glove of Moustakas. He thought he was going to make the catch, but it gets away from him. Base hit and RBI for Cano. More importantly, it gives Cruz a chance to tie this game up.
Yes, indeed. Can ride one out, pick a field. First pitch. Down low. Herrera 23 saves, giving up 8 home runs. The RBI for Cano, his 75th. Ties him for 3rd in the American League. Time Wakamatsu at the controls. Ned Yost long gone. Here's a pitch fouled off by Nelly. Ned Yost thrown out after beefing the replay review of a Danny Valencia home run back in the 4th. RBI leader in the American League, Nelson Cruz, 1-1. Off the end of the bat. Oh, tough break. Ball game. Kansas City wins it 6-4. The Mariners threatened and couldn't do any further damage here in the 9th inning. Kansas City ends its 3-game losing streak. The Mariners have now lost back-to-back ball games and are back to 500 at 55 and 55.
I thought Gallardo threw the ball well. The Mariners struggled to hit with runners in scoring position in back-to-back games now, so they're going to have to get that figured out. Gave themselves a chance in the 9th inning against a pretty good closer. Did not work out for him. You see Brandon Moss there, a couple of home runs for him. Mariners tonight, 4 walks and an error. So 5 base runners given to the Royals. 3 of them come around and score. When you're in these kind of games, that makes it kind of tough. So guys need to bounce back tomorrow. The good news, they have Paxton and Felix going the next 2 days.
All right, let's see if they can turn it around. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Time for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. It starts right now with Angie and Dave.